Logging and mining companies in the Solomon Islands are legally required to remove machinery and rehabilitate sites after operations, but the opposition says weak enforcement is putting the environment at risk. Alex Dedamu with more on this story.
Logging and mining companies are legally responsible for cleaning up and removing machinery and equipment once the operations at a particular site are completed. Honourable Attorney General Muria Junior explained in response to a question raised by the Leader of Opposition, Honourable Matiwale, regarding what the law requires of logging and mining companies that leave behind machines and equipment after completing operations.
In terms of clearing up, especially when it comes to like mining, for example, companies are under obligation to ensure that when they leave an area, what they came out, everything blown, what clear them properly, rehabilitate them area, and now inside law license leasehold conditions look at that. So that includes that they are obligated to remove it. Now, Tamuputum Kamlo, side law, or side law roads, and those machines are owned by those companies, and company got an obligation to for must remove them from side law wherever they're living. In terms of enforcement, under Mines Act, under Mines Act, even though they leave a mining lease, I think obligation not carry on that to leave it even as certainly more than up to 3 years. Might be wrong, but yeah, after mining lease and lapse, you got an obligation for clearance. So once time you may go look through for me, you have not clear, tell them you still have to remove this. Then if not law, yeah, you must do that one.
However, Opposition Leader Matiwale highlighted the lack of enforcement by the government concerning these legal requirements for logging and mining operations.
In terms of logging and mining, that there's no any enforcement law this one. I mean, logging, you drive go down Lobonegenoma, you look in every bulldozer, excavator, or CC down log at the road there, land blow people, I would say. So it's either they weren't in the regional concession licenses as conditions, or if they were, no any enforcement may happen. And for most of those, this was 3 years you talk about it, and lapse a long time now. The case blow mining law rental, every machine sit down in the bush and more than 3 years now too. And then company I think not wind up or voluntary wind up sometimes too, so I don't know how you can hold them liable. So, but this is a matter that was raised in the report, one of many, where Hemi point come back normal government say level Hemi no enforcing its own conditions, lawful conditions imposed on these licenses. That's why this question is a really very, very important one, and Parliament must insist that not only answers are provided, but that actions are taken.
Alex Dedamu for SIBC TV.